Don't even click this video if you ain't speak to the Lord first. I'm just playing. Click the video because you know the Lord love you. He's still gonna mess with you anyway. But watch this video, bro. Make sure you go to the Lord after this video or in the middle of it. It don't matter. Just go to the Lord, bro. I'm telling you. But first video we got for y'all boys today. Reasonable crash outs. I know y'all probably thinking, hey, we ain't seen no videos in a minute. We ain't seen no videos in a minute. I know, buddy. I know, buddy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it though. We're. Now, before I even like send you this hey, hold on. Hey. Pause. Ain't nobody say play it. See? Mind you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Make sure y'all go check out my boy Chance Junk, bro. He be rapping and junk. He be spitting in straight fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. His junk heat. And if you think it's not, you're definitely a hater. But you know, we don't even gotta talk about that one. But yeah, first video we got for y'all boys today: reasonable crash outs.
Take hip hop. We talked about this on the show before. You have African American rappers saying in double standard here, Adrian. Take hip hop. We talked about this on the show before. You have African American rappers saying inward this and inward that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
So you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Crash outs. We all familiar with them. People that be bunging for no reason. People that be over exaggerating certain scenarios and just be taking it out.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes the fellow YN myself be crashing, bro. Sometimes, not all the time. It's not an all the time occurrence, but sometimes the crash out necessary, bro. I ain't gonna cap. The crash out is necessary. I mean, like, I wish I would be lying to you. I wish I would be lying.
Context 99% of the time. Shit, I crashed out when I saw that I switched 2 games was £75, fam. Are you mad, bruv? That's like a whole shift at work. And with the whole cost of living crisis we got out here in the UK, you're trying to get me to spend that to play Mario.
No way they just did that to me. No way they just did that to me. No way I try to switch the quality. Bro, am I tripping? Yo. Anyways, like I was saying, no way I try to switch the quality and they shut the whole video off, said no. It's like, oh my goodness. I can't have good quality? Golly. Anyways, bro. Let me skip to the part where he was, bro, so I can bring it back, because that's crazy. I didn't even expect YouTube to do a young man like that. I can't believe they would do me like that. I don't deserve this. Before we start the video, Lord, I just pray they have fun and lead back to you, and I just pray that you show them the love that you have so gracefully shown me, and I pray that they stay with you despite the trials and tribulations, that they never leave or return they back. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. My bad. I forgot to hit that. But yeah, back to the point.
Familiar with them. People that be bunging for no reason. People that be over exaggerating certain scenarios and just be taking it out of context 99% of the time. Shit, I crashed out when I saw that I switched 2 games was £75, fam. Are you mad, bruv? That's like a whole shift at work. And with the whole cost of living crisis we got out here in the UK, you're trying to get me to spend that to play Mario Kart, which is a game you can only play online. Suck your mom, bro. What are you talking about? But for real though, crashing out is an art. It's amazing how some people's first reaction to anything is to start moving like Grog from the cruise, or for them to throw the quickest tantrum possible like their power levels rising, or they're going 0 to 100 like they from obstacle. But a lot of crash outs are low-key justified. I mean, most of the time these men are just acting out after carefully warning people or just asking politely. And as your host of today's video, I'll be sharing and telling you why these were all.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, these clips kind of going a little fast. I know it ain't just me, bro. Shoot, I had to check the playback speed, make sure it jump on sped up, bro. I'm like, hold on. He's speaking fast. These clips going fast. I can't even keep up. Gotta turn on captions.
Reasonable crash out, starting with the man himself, John Walker. And before I even talk about this man, look at the glaze he's recently been getting with the success of the Thunderbolts movie. It's times like this I think that as a Marvel fan myself, I actually sometimes question the community because they were hating on this man for no reason. Don't get it twisted. I'm guessed that you man are finally recognizing peak. But I've been saying this since Falcon and the Winter Soldier, fam. John Walker has always been cold, fam. His suit was peak, the fights were fire, and his story was peak. US Agent is such a cool character, but he got sold completely in the story. He was more than qualified to be Captain America through his accolades, achievements, and physical capabilities. He was an S-tier rank for this
really
role.
Was, though, I
mean, shit. If we're being completely honest here, after I watched Thunderbolts with my boy, I think John could beat Steven and
knowing damn well I didn't even take a single gander at that movie. We ain't gonna talk about it though. I played the video instead of missing the button.
and it might not even be close, fam. After that super jump he did, which I did not know they could do, fam. I didn't even know that was possible. They had me in the cinema with my mouth dropped. I didn't know he could do that. It was crazy, fam. But seriously, John Walker had every right to bug out and do what he had to do in the show. And you know, I'm just gonna cut the shit and get to the part where everybody supposedly throws shade to this guy. So the moment that made everybody hate John Walker, which is mostly the part where he killed the flag smasher, and everybody saying things like, oh, the guy was trying to surrender, a hero doesn't kill. And by far my favorite one, Steve Rogers wouldn't have done this. Like, you sure Steve Rogers hasn't killed anyone, bro?
With the way he's moving, look at this shield. Take a gander at this shield. I'm more than sure he murdered this man, bro. He's dead. He's cooked.
Let's be honest, superheroes have killed a bunch of people regardless of them being bad guys or not. Most of the time we don't even count them as kills because they be doing way worse shit most of the time. With that being said, let me give you a deep analysis of the scenario which led John Walker to even kill the Flag Smasher in the first place. So before this even happens, the leader of the Flag Smashers, Carly, or better known as Pebbles bro from Top Boy, was planning to separate all the man them and kill John Walker in the first place. So Bucky and Sam get to and realize they start Walker, so they start moving to his location ASAP. Fast forward now and they're all scrapping with the rest of the terrorists. And in this scene, John Walker gets grabbed by the man he kills later, who attempts to hold him so Pebbles can kill him with a knife, bro. So Battlestar tackles Carly and then she just punches the life out of my man, killing him. And like Naruto was when he thought Hinata died, John Walker was furious, fam. So he starts chasing down the terrorists to find out where Carly's gone, and in pursuit, the terrorists just dashes a concrete bin at him. And bear in mind, I didn't share this at the start, but he's now a super soldier. But if he didn't have the serum, he probably would have been knocked out or worse. So John Walker finally chases my man down and does the deed. And look at Carly looking all shocked at one of her brethren died when she was killing innocent people the entire show. She blew up a building full of people, took hostages, and did a whole GTA ragdoll out the car to even kill the hostages. And guess who was saving them? The GOAT himself, John Walker, fam. The show was painting John Walker as a bad guy from the start. Like, Bucky and Sam were hating on him for no reason when him and Battlestar were just trying to do their job. Remember, the only reason why John Walker was even able to turn into Captain America was because Sam's dumbass decided not to take the opportunity for Captain America himself. He was handpicked by the man and he decided to take it and give it to the government. Like, bro, it's your fault that shit even happened in the first place. And Bucky would just hate him because he wasn't Steve. He was up there gobbling Steve shit so bad that he couldn't.
Don't try to put a pause in between that, buddy. We already seen it. It's too late. It's too late. You said he was up there gobbling Steve so bad. You're cooked, buddy. Don't try to put a pause on that one. I think it's a little too late for that one. You've extended your stay, buddy. You're gone. You're cooked. Just give up. Just give up. We all know. We all know. You're caught, buddy.
Couldn't see that somebody else would have eventually picked up the mantle of Captain America. And instead of being a comrade and a friend, he just became a hater, bro. And by far, this is the worst version of Bucky in the MCU, fam. His trim is shit, bro. His barber don't mess him up, fam. Don't get me wrong, John Walker definitely had his flaws. Like, right after he killed the Flag Smasher and started scrapping with Bucky and Sam, he was low-key trying to kill them, I'll be honest. He was crazy here. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he was treated poorly by other superheroes. Yes, John Walker was working for the government, and Bucky and Sam weren't. But that doesn't mean you give the guy mistreatment. That was just mad unprofessional. Especially from unks who've been in the game collectively for like 100 years. What the hell is wrong with you two? The type of treatment these two were given Walker and Battlestar was something Steve would have never done. And they were both mentioning his morals and ideals significantly in the show just to never be behind it himself. I'm
gonna keep it a stack. Come here for a second. I'm watching this video. I have no clue what they're talking about. I don't even know what they're talking about right now. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never watched this. I've never been introduced to this show. I have no clue what's going on. What are they talking about? Somebody else explain this to me in the comments, bro, because I don't know.
Another thing going back to Carly was when Sam was out here saying she wasn't a terrorist, acting like he didn't know the type of shit she was doing. The writing in this show was so twisted. They tried to justify Carly's actions so much more and practically painted John Walker as more of a villain to some people. How is that even possible, bro? I'm happy that John Walker is finally getting recognized for how cool he is now with how cold the Thunderbolts movie was. But even before this, Marvel fans were just hating on him because he wasn't Steve. And fans act like Steve was a golden boy, like he wasn't throwing his shield at 70 miles per hour and shooting a bunch of people. Marvel fans are so delusional, bro. You were holding on to John Walker's kill like Iron Man didn't murder a bunch of terrorists in his movie. Like remember, before John Walker became US agent, he killed one person as Captain America. One person, fam. And it wasn't even someone special. It was a terrorist who was about to get him murdered. People hate on John Walker need to jump off their high horse, man, for real. But John Walker is a sick character, and I'm happy people are starting to jump on that opinion. Thunderbolts was such a cold movie, and as a Marvel fan, I can say we're back, fam. For real though, the John Walker hate was never justified, and his crash out killing the Flag Smasher just made sense in the moment. Fans were just hating at this because he wasn't Steve, and just because the writers want you to dislike a character shouldn't mean that they're actually an unlikable character. John Walker was a real victim of the show, being mistreated and disrespected by comrades, being significantly weaker than every foe they had to face in the show, which probably caused him to take the serum, because in his head he was probably thinking, if I can't defend anyone, then what's the point of being Captain America? And him seeing his best friend die, the only guy who was by his side, to then kill the murderer, to then be demonized and stripped away from his title by the government who made him into this, and he still took it on the chin and saved the people in the car. This gave me mad respect for Walker, bro, I'll be honest. And when I saw his redemption in the fans, that's when I knew we were doing something right. And now it's time for the next crash out, Benson from Regular Show. To this day, to me, Regular
He stayed crashing for no reason. Angriest gumball machine I've ever seen in my life. I know his gumball is hard in it. Whoa! I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that.
The show is one of the most rewatchable cartoons of all time. It's like you get a different perspective or viewpoint of it every time you watch it at a different stage of your life. And when I was a kid, I used to hate Benson, bro. To me, when I was younger, he was just a guy who used to get angry at Mordecai and Rigby all the time. He was just mad, uptight, and annoying. Like, when I was a kid, I used to hate how strict teachers were. And at the time, I used to relate Benson to a teacher.
Sometimes, though, you really got to think about it, bro. Mordecai and Rigby was out there bugging, like, straight wilding. Like, sometimes I understand why he used to crash out, bro. Like, it's understandable.
So much I'd low-key dislike my man heavy. But what I've come to realize as I've become more and more conscious, self-aware, and have experienced more life as I've grown up, is that I feel bad for Benson low-key. Benson just wanted all his employees to just do their jobs and commit. And instead of getting that, most of them were just slacking, especially Mordecai and Rigby. Benson just wanted these guys to do simple things like clean a room, fold chairs, take responsibility for any problems they've done. And what do instead? They go slack off.
Bro, next thing you know, a horse has to solve a problem in order for the whole world to be saved. It's like, what? I would have been mad too as a boss, bro. Imagine you telling them to do one job. Next thing you know, they're chilling with a horse who has to complete an assignment to save the world. It's like, how did you get to this point? What did you do to even get near the horse? I don't even understand. I don't understand. I didn't see the full episode.
For go do something completely random that isn't their job. Time and time again, Benson would have to keep telling Mordecai and Rigby over and over again just to do their jobs, which isn't something you should be telling two grown-ass men to do. They should just be doing it instead. Benson would have to always lash out and start raging at these men, and they got so bad at one point, Pops had to tell him to stop yelling at Mordecai and Rigby or else he would be fired. And Mordecai and Rigby were taking a piss out of this and took advantage, which literally caused Benson to turn into the sun and started destroying the park. Benson has showed time and time again he just wanted Mordecai and Rigby to do their jobs, and we all know every time he threatened to fire Mordecai and Rigby, he was never gonna fire them. He only said that so he could push some sort of
Yo, he crashing. Ignore that. I know I just thought that was my mic, bro. Please ignore that. Please ignore that. Y'all did not see 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 that, bro. Please ignore it. Please ignore it. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Y'all only see it. Y'all only see it, right? Right? Y'all only see it. You said you didn't see it. Oh, thank God. Well, you know, I think we can get back to the video now, right, guys?
And get them to do their job, but instead of doing their jobs, they'll just go on some random side quest that destroys the park 99% of the time. Like, if I was Mordecai Rigby's manager, I would be tweaking out as well, fam. These guys never took their job seriously. Benson never asked him to do any complicated shit. All he would ask him to do were baby chores we were all doing at like 9 years old, and instead Mordecai Rigby were treating us like it was the hardest thing to do possible. Benson's anger and rage towards his employees is the most justified point I've made in this video, because it's not only that he's their boss and that it's his responsibility to hold them accountable to their jobs and make sure everything gets done, but it's also the fact that Benson cares about his employees. Like I mentioned earlier, time and time again he's wanted to fire Mordecai Rigby. Like, he literally says this every episode, and he did fire them in one, but they quit anyway, so don't even count. Just didn't work out for these men. But majority of the time Benson just says it as a threat so they can do their jobs. Benson has a soft spot for Mordecai Rigby. Like, the time Mordecai was depressed about Margaret and he told Mordecai to go speak to Margaret to get closure, or the time he helped Rigby to pass a foreign language class to graduate high school, and he even helped save them in the stick hockey episode after he got rid of it because Mordecai Rigby yet again didn't do their jobs. But by By far the saddest moment of Benson is the episode where Mordecai Rigby destroys a car and Mr. Mailer puts the responsibility of that on Benson, or else he's gonna fire him. So he has to go drive all the way to the dealership all day to get there. And Mordecai Rigby sneak their way onto his car, and since Benson is driven out too far already, he agrees and lets them stay with him to drive to the dealership. And during the drive, they start chilling and having fun. And there's even a moment where Benson tells Mordecai Rigby the reason why he gets mad at them all the time is just because he wants them to do better and push them for that. Benson then hands them the responsibility to keep driving since he's gonna take a nap. And Mordecai Rigby decides to take a detour, drive into an arcade, and spend all night at the arcade. And then we just get this sad scene from Benson.
I'm about to lose my job! You may not care about keeping your job,
why is
but I
Gumball
care
be
about
switching
keeping
colors?
mine. Because if I
That
lose
sounds
my
crazy,
job,
bro.
I have
I
nothing.
can't speak
Do you
about
hear me?
Benson
All
going to the
Benson wanted
gumball
to do was
machine.
get
It's
these
like,
men to take their job seriously.
what
do
can I
better
say
in their
that don't
lives,
sound
make
wild?
something of themselves. But instead of that, they just messed up. They just messed about, which slowly had repercussions and problems toward Benson, since he's their manager and takes responsibility for any job or work they haven't done yet. I mean, Mordecai Rigby most of the time will complete a task of something, but it's normally at the cost of something else. And when Benson, who was very extreme for this, I'm not gonna lie to you, hired a bounty hunter to find his car, and Mordecai Rigby stole the car to fix the window they broke, which eventually caused the bounty hunter to just blow up the car, but the glass stayed. Like, that's a piss take, I'm gonna be honest, fam. But for real though, if we're keeping it 100, for us adults now that used to watch regular show when we were kids, probably sympathize with Benson a lot more now. As we
Thanks,
ourselves
bro.
have
He
grown
really,
and
like,
gained a lot more
deserves some of the stuff he
responsibilities
went
and
through. I ain't
realize
gonna
way
lie.
more now. Mordecai Rigby were in the wrong most of the time. I really and truly, they should have been fired a long time ago, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And now for my final crash out. And before I even enlighten you on why this person was right for getting angry, I'm gonna paint a picture for you so you can get the most out of this explanation.
Okay.
We all most likely have somebody in our lives we hate. It's deep in our bones, deep in our heart.
Nope, not at all. And I bet you're probably wondering, how do you not have anybody you hate? God, I don't hate nobody, bro. I don't hate nobody, bro. I think everybody cool and everybody be broken sometimes, and that's okay. That's okay. Like, not everybody gonna have it all figured out. Not everybody gonna be how you want it every single time, every day. You feel me? Uh, uh, my bad. I know y'all see this. I know y'all see this. I'm gonna put this in the bottom corner. In the bottom corner. I know y'all see this. But anyways, yeah, not everybody gonna be who you want them, when you want them, and why you want them at the same time. You also got to recognize that some people are broken. Like, some people, in their spirit, they ain't right. You feel me? And that's okay. That's okay. That's why you have to forgive them, bro. And just remember that. But hold on, it's a difference from forgiving and still being cool with them. Because, like, I can forgive you, but I do not have to hang around you. I don't have to sit there and hang around you and be in your presence knowing your character. But I do forgive you. Like, you feel me? I'll mess with you and I'll forgive you. That don't mean I'm gonna stay with you. That don't mean I'm gonna stay around you, knowing how you act and junk like that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. That's not me. Back to the video though.
I'm talking about when you hear their name, you get furious, fam. You just start raging with envy when they start winning and you don't. And you weren't always like this. You and this person used to be friends, comrades, something like brothers. People couldn't separate you two sometimes because of how close you were. But then they betrayed you. They let you down in your darkest hour. They fumbled when you needed them most. And after that
You
moment,
betrayed
you
me. That don't
vowed
mean I
to
hate 'em,
never
though.
trust a human soul
still
like that
cool,
ever
man.
again. Now I want you to take all the anger I've just helped you resurface and throw it at Dinkelberg and scream it with me. Bun Dinkelberg, man. Everything a Mr.
Nah, this man actually hated every atom, every bone, every breath in Dinkelberg's body for no apparent reason. Bro, Dinkelberg can look at this dude the wrong way. He can look at him the wrong way. And he's just gonna be like, Dinkelberg! He don't like him at all, bro. I don't know what he did, bro. If he could beat up Dinkelberg, you know he would.
Turner's life was ultimately horrible because of Dinkelberg. The weather was horrible, Dinkelberg. His tie didn't match his shirt, Dinkelberg. The Turner household ran out of milk, Dinkelberg. And when I was younger and used to watch Very Odd Parents, often I just thought that Mr. Turner was a hater. However, I have some strong evidence here which justifies the hate against Dinkelberg. In the episode where Timmy goes back in time, we can see his parents. And before Mr. Turner was with his wife, she was close to Dinkelberg. Now I know that's a relatable feeling.
You lying! No way Dinkelberg took his... No. This can't be right. This can't be right. No way Dinkelberg took his girl, so that's the reason why he was mad at him the whole time. Not took his girl, but like had his girl for a little short period of time. There's no way. No way. Because I'll crash out too. I feel so bad for Dinkelberg, bruh. I really do. Not Dinkelberg. I mean, Mr. Turner, bruh. Because it's like, dang, he really did just like. He just don't like Dinkelberg so bad. But it's Dinkelberg's fault, though. He knows it's his fault.
Not to mention, Dinkelberg is a huge rage baiter. This guy would spend time out of his day to go bug and annoy Mr. Turner on some dumb shit. Whether he used to show off him being rich or even just come to his house for no reason to gloat and be passive aggressive. We all know what it's like to be rage baited by that one person who consistently does it to the point we all fall for it. And Mr. Turner was
My homie Simp. Yes, that's his name. I know y'all probably thinking, why his name is Simp? Because he don't simp. I know y'all probably thinking, oh yeah, he be simping. No. His name is We Don't Simp. He don't simp. I'm telling you, bro. That's not him, bro. That's not his nature. But my homie, bro, he rage baits me perfectly every time. He's the only person who can ever aggravate me deep to my core like that.
getting this done daily from his childhood all the way to when he became a dad and was raising Timmy. Dinkelberg was consistently baiting this man and it was working. He even convinced Mr. Turner to try and kill this guy several times. Believe me, if I could wake up tomorrow with Toon Force and blow up my enemy, I probably would. I'll be honest. As peaceful as I am, I hate some brothers, but we ain't gonna.
If I could wake up tomorrow and blow up Satan, get him out of here, I might not though. I don't know. I gotta talk to God about that one. I gotta see how he feel about that one. But hey, if I could, if I could blow up them evil spirits that be attacking, no doubt they getting blown up dead. I really can though, but hey, that's a story for another day.
Go into that. But to get real here, I'm sure the hate Mr. Turner had towards Dinkelberg was just because he was jealous of Dinkelberg for having no kids. And the Dink in Dinkelberg stands for dual income, no kids. And that's how they're so rich compared to the Turners who can't afford half the stuff the Dinkelbergs be buying. And that's probably why Mr. Turner carried some hate for Dinkelberg in the future. Also, Timmy was ruining a bunch of stuff for his dad, like losing awards he should have won, but then they got handed to Dinkelberg, which is a piss take. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd be heated at that. And as an adult, I can humbly say, but Dinkelberg, I hate Dinkelberg, you hate Dinkelberg, we all hate Dinkelberg, but this guy, man. But ladies and gentlemen, he at the end of the flick. If you don't got any more reasonable crash
For sure, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Before I even end this video, make sure you go back to God. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna say it again. Like, subscribe so you can see another video like this, bro. And I ain't gonna cap. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to his channel too. First of all, I'm really glad that y'all watched this video. I truly do appreciate y'all, right? What else do I gotta say? I might start streaming more often, but it's not up to me. It's really up to the Lord. But hey, for YouTube, peace, YouTube.